Positive TV's here tonight in the heart of London's West End, in a beautiful glamorous club filled with glamorous people, and we're here to celebrate 5 years of Estethica, the alternative and upcycling and recycling fashion event.
Welcome everyone to the 5th birthday party of Estethica. I am honoured to be the fairy godmother, as Orsola de Castro put it, tonight, and to share the pleasure with come here. Here's another fairy godmother.
Thank you all so much for joining us here this evening. And to mark the 5th anniversary of Estethica. Estethica launched 10 seasons ago with 13 designer businesses. It has evolved to become the hub of London's ethical fashion industry and has now supported 108 designers from 19 countries. That's an incredible achievement. As many of you will be aware, Estethica designers adhere to at least one of the 3 Estethica principles. I think that's about 10 Estheticas so far. Fair trade, ethical practices, organic and recycled materials. They are selected for both their ethical credentials and design excellence.
Can you tell us, why did you get started in the first place? What inspired you?
Well, it started with a meeting in Milan. During Milano Fashion Week, we met with Riva at the time, who was the chairman of the British Fashion Council, and Anna Orsini. They came to visit our stand. We've been long exhibitors at London Fashion Week. We had a fashion brand since 1997 which works with upcycling and recycled material. And we start to discuss with them about the opportunity to do something in London. We told them that London was a very creative scene for sustainability in fashion. After 2 months, we had the first meeting. We discussed about the contents, we discussed about what was the kind of format that we want to develop and the concept, and how to address sustainability, and then Estethica was born.
It was always a very UK thing, a very London thing. There's a huge creativity here in terms of eco-fashion. We really started something, and Estethica proved to be the pivotal platform for most of these young designers to really speak loudly.
So we're talking about sustainability, we're talking about recycling, upcycling, that sort of thing. Are you able to inspire the bigger brands to do something about this as well?
Well, we did a collection with Castro, whereby we went to Sri Lanka, we looked at their liability and damaged stock, and we made a small collection which was on sale online. We see ourselves really as a brand, as from somewhere. We see ourselves as the great infiltrators. The point is that, you either go in or you do nothing. So to go in with the big bag wolf actually is my favorite thing ever. It's such a challenge. So yes, and we have a couple of big projects in the pipeline with, bigger and cooler and most, very exciting brands. And I think the Speedo collaboration is also, shows that you can go in with the big guys.
Alice, you've got a really interesting looking sort of stand here tonight. It looks to be completely different to everything else I've seen so far. I mean, it looks like it's rather ancient rather than very, very modern. What's the idea behind this?
Well, it was all about, the North Circle is all about traceability of the items and really getting to know the community and using a tradition which inevitably is sort of out of fashion. So what we've done is using our wonderful knitters to hand knit our garments. That's what the whole process of the North Circle is. You buy a hand knit garment from around the UK. And so the installation is really just about showing that, showing the hand knit tradition, and then of course the film, which is just really, really beautiful. We've had an amazing production team working on it, and it shows the whole circle of the wool, from basically the hand knitter to the spinner to the dyer and then to the scarf wearer. And it's all about the organic circle really that our sort of production cycle goes in. It's all 100% British wool,
right.
But the wool industry, a lot of people get it made outside of the UK. A lot of the British wool industry is in such a decline, and it has been for absolutely years and years and years. So Although we're very, very small at the moment, what we're trying to do is just using the few suppliers and the few manufacturers that are left in the UK to actually use them and help them, and then use the artisan craftsmen to actually hand knit the items, which is completely lost in this day and age, you know, with the sort of, dare I say, Primarks of the world and the mass production in China. You know, it's lost that whole sort of feeling between the traceability of where your item actually comes from.
Well, I actually do a mix of both men's and women's wear, all made from reappropriated military fabric. So I work a lot with deconstructed garments where I'll physically take something apart and remake it. And then also I work a lot with dead stock fabrics, which is ends of rolls. And the tartan parka that you see behind us over there is actually it's a company called Hainsworth in West Yorkshire, and they do all of the cloth for the military, ceremonial cloth. Parachute fabric that you see on this hoodie is very much where we really kind of started the business, and that was about 2.5 years ago. And the first collections I did were bought here in London by Liberty and by Browns, and they've been my longest stockers. So for me, the Estethica event here, obviously it's their 5th birthday. I've been here for coming up to halfway, and yeah, it's taken that long for the brands to sort of develop. There's something really, really exciting about taking something redundant, something, you know, useless. It's very much one man's rubbish is another man's gold. And yeah, for me, the excitement is taking that thing and then giving it a completely new life.